Okay,
Should I begin?
let me repeat the question for part three. Hang on. So part three, question number one. Do you think it is good enough to discuss your problems with other people?
Should I start?
Yes.
Coming from an MEN background, all I have seen and heard is deliberation on topics of interest between people who are like-minded. So yes, in my opinion, deliberating and discussing solutions to problems does work.
For example,
For so, but didn't I put the example right in the start?
no, that was not an example. What do we say for the example? For example,
For
for
example, whenever I've discussed my situation with my friends, somehow, some way, it does turn out to be very good in terms of finding a solution to that same problem.
okay, acceptable answer, but still, you're getting an idea now.
Yeah.
Example is a must. Now, what if I say, can you give me a general example?
In a general sense, whenever we see a United Nations committee going on, every single problem is discussed in a forum where like-minded individuals are sitting together, targeted to making a change, getting a solution out of the problem.
Okay, correct, correct. I'll keep it to between 6.5 or 7 for the moment. For the
Yeah.
moment. This is your first participation. Let us go into the deep dive. Okay, Jay, your question, same. Do you believe it is good to discuss problems with other people?
I personally endorse that sharing problems with other people can cause situations which can be a bit tricky to understand, and they can use the problems to your advantage, which could often lead to you in and disadvantage.
You need to share example also. Never forget to share example. Anyways, second question. Ryan, this is your turn. Do you think it is better to talk to friends or family about the problems?
Just answer.
Yes, you can, please.
As I've grown up, all my problems have tended towards being some that are just not correlated to my family, or in my opinion, don't give me a reason to be with my family and sit with my family to discuss about those problems. So, taking this context in mind, my friends offer me a better solution to problems. For example, when I was in eighth grade,
Time is over.
watch it.
First of all, two more points for you, Ryan.
Yeah,
Whenever there is a question being asked to you, you cannot take a breather. You cannot take a pause or you cannot even think about anything. You just need to start abruptly.
straight. Okay.
Okay, there's no time to think. Second point is if you explain a lot during that duration, 25 to 30 seconds, you have no time left to represent your example. So what you need to do is finish with the reason quickly and then come to the example as soon as possible.
Understood.
Okay. Okay, this is going to Jay. Jay, please remember to give examples. Do you think it is better to talk to friends or family or one of them about your problems?
I personally believe that talking to friends is a provides a better solutions due to the relationship and similar age. For example, talking to a friend with about a travel trip is much easier to explain than talking with family.
Can you share a personal example?
Like I was planning a trip to Kasoli last week, but my parents always insisted on taking different types of clothes, but my friends insisted on the different clothes, which lead to a conflict. And in the end, I figured out that my friends were right about their clothes.
Okay, very good. Now this answer secures you a band 7. I'm going for a band 7 for your answer. The reason being, your startings are very common. I personally endorse, I believe, I think these are very common startings. And still, you are not actually stating reasons at first. You're still giving, I believe, I believe. Okay? Okay. Anyways, I will also give you an answer afterwards for one or two of the questions. Rayan, question number 3, yours. Which communication skills are most important while participating in meetings officially? Okay. First of all, let me give you the answer. Let me present the answer first so that you can understand. Repeating the question again. Which communication skills are most important when participating in meetings in offices or with colleagues? To be honest, I have seen myself. My father is working with Air India, and whenever I observe him, he maintains his composure while talking to the colleagues, and his way of speaking becomes gradual so that everybody understands what he is trying to convey. The letters in the words are more clear, and of course, the vocabulary he uses is somehow understandable by a common person. I think that's the most important part. Have you observed what I have done? I have explained it with an example. Okay, without saying, for example, I explained it with an example. So this is required. Or if it is going to be a general one, same. Which communication skills are most important when participating in meetings officially? In general, I have read a lot of reports or surveys which are talking about the speaking style or the English language, which requires you to present your ideas in offices. And that says the body language has to be positive. You should not be using any gestures or expressions which might obviously offend anybody. So, yes, I believe the same. Have you understood, Jay and Rian?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I am not saying I believe in my notion, blah, blah, blah. I'm using some different type of startings to present my answer and explaining with examples and not repeating even a bloody word of the question. Not at all. If you do this, you are bound to go beyond 7.5. So, Jay, you will be having more practice because you are going at the end of this month. But for Ryan, sorry, buddy, you do not have breather, but I think you can grab it. Okay, same question. Ryan, your turn. Which communication skills are most important when participating in official meetings?
The single form of communication when participating in meetings comes from the background of, again, a debate. It is peer-to-peer connect, in my opinion. That stems from the fact that whenever we have seen a good committee going on, the only problem that we face are people not being able to connect with each other so that we can tend to find solution. That's-
Okay. Answer is all right. You're going towards the 6.5 or maybe inching closer to 7, but still not at that standard because you repeated at the start. You repeated some of the words of the question, and of course, example was not there. Okay, Jay, which communication skills are most important while participating in official meetings?
In general, being friendly and having a less vast size of vocabulary is mostly important. For example, a person using a small size of vocabulary can lead to may people may believe that he doesn't know much English, but due to this, there would be no communication gap between people, which would, in the end of the day, which will lead to a conflict. be helpful.
Okay. I'll award you a 7 for this, not beyond that. The reason being you have fillers while speaking. Um, 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 but answer was all right. Acceptable. Good. Okay. Ryan, your question. We are doing part 3 of the speaking test. Remember, part 3. Next question, Ryan. What are the possible effects of poor written communication skills at work? What are the possible effects of poor communication writing skills at work?
Miscommunication will be the only problem when we face this situation at hand. Coming from a personal experience, that being of my dad's, when he mailed a certain company regarding a tender, due to one or two typos, the entire tender got wasted, and a month's work was gone to waste. So again, I repeated.
Yeah,
It's
that's
going
fine.
not
That's
well.
fine. You are still having a feel, buddy. I know. I can understand. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay, your turn. What are the possible consequences of poor writing communication skills at work?
In general, miscommunication is the biggest threat due to
No, no,
it being
nothing else. Don't say what Rihan has already mentioned.
miscommunication के अलावा क्या होता है?
Arre, come on. Okay, let me answer this now. What are the possible effects of poor written communication skills at work? Obviously, the first point which comes into my mind is loss of job. The first consequence is this: you're not getting the job if you're not writing any emails properly. Who is there to give you a gift of job? Nobody. For instance, it has happened with my friends. They were giving interviews in IBM or even Microsoft. They got the job, but the moment they started writing emails, they were out of the door. Are you getting the answers? Are you getting the answers? I am just speaking English, nothing else. It is all a lie. Congratulations, I'm
Sir,
teaching you how.
was this the answer?
Yes, this was the answer, sir. There was an example.
It felt like we were just talking.
This is how it should be. This is how it should be, sir. Communication is just like this. Otherwise, when you're giving the answers, you don't get the score. You will pass. You will go to 6.5 or even 7. But beyond that, you need to be natural. Natural speaker. The moment you said, we were just talking, sir, I got my marks. Okay. Rayan, your question. What do you think will be the future impact of technology on communication? Chalo, let me present an answer first. Let me present. This time I am going to speak gradually. I will not hurry things. Okay, the question is, what do you think will be the future impact of technology on communication? Frankly speaking, it has already started showing its true colors. Since the COVID times, the technology is the only one which is managing all the communication between all the individuals in the world. For instance, even for me, my family and friends who were living in Canada, it was all about using applications to have video call or even the normal call based on applications. Have you understood? My suggestion is you both deserve more than 7, at least more than 7 in speaking. And for Ryan, if for the next 6, 5, or even 7 days, whatever we have in pocket, if you can get hold of the rules and become a natural speaker in the test, I'm not talking about your competitions, you are very good enough. But in this examination, sir, If you become a natural speaker, you're giving answers, you're enjoying them. Strategy 8 and 8.5 is going to be awarded. Okay. So excellence. Excellence is required. All right. Same question. Ryan. What do you think will be the future impact of technology on communication?
We all have seen the change setting in. Coming from this background, all I see is wireless. Even today, coming to the test, sitting in my car, what was I using? I was just using Bluetooth headphones. Did they have any wires? No. That is the change.
Absolutely perfect. This answer gives you a 7.5. There was only a repetition of the first word coming, coming. Nothing wrong, nothing. Perfect answer. Okay, Jay, what do you think will be the future impact of technology on communication?
Frankly speaking, the world is even gonna get shorter and shorter due to the increase in wireless technology. People have to do less and less communication. The use of emails would be even lesser. Uh, uh, for example, example नहीं है वहाँ पर ये पता नहीं रहा
Correct, correct.
example.
कोई बात नहीं बेटा, no problem. It's okay. कोई बात. I'm not worried with you for your speaking. For both of you even. But Jay, not for you even at all. Not even a centimeter. You have your exam maybe at the end of this month. You have enough time, sir. Okay. Next question goes to Ryan. We are still on part three. Example, reason, example, reason, example, reason, example. Part three. Why do some people find the internet addictive?
COVID plays a very big part in making this World Wide Web so addictive. It comes from the fact that all your
No, no,
desires, all
no, no,
fantasies.
no, no, no. You repeat it.
Uh, uh, uh,
Please
uh.
say it again. I'm repeating the question for you. And don't take a lot of time to speak. You're already passing the examination. There's nothing to lose. Why do some people find the internet addictive?
People tend to cling on to things which make their fantasies true, their dreams true. That is the only reason, in my opinion, people are so hooked on. Coming from my perspective, all I've used for the past 2 years is the web. Maybe Discord, maybe Instagram, maybe Snapchat. All I've used is just this.
And this is just like an oxygen for me. I cannot survive without. And it up like this. Addiction has to be defined in some manner.
Understood.
Okay, Jay. Why do some people find the internet addictive?
The major reason is due to the vast amount of content available on the internet, which can be easily consumed by all types of ages. For example, even 18 plus content can be consumed by children with a click of a button.
Brilliant. I will give you a 7.5 for this answer particularly. Next question goes to Jay. What are the ways that social media can be used for positive purposes?
Frankly speaking, there are more disadvantages of using social media, but there are a lot of advantages as well. For example, increasing your popularity or gaining or making money off of online social media apps is much more easier.
Okay, that's fine. Again, the fillers came as a hurdle. So, sir, 6.5 for you. Your answer was good enough. Rayan, same thing goes to you. What are the ways that social media can be used for positive purposes?
Thinking about this question, all I see are the NGOs that have been built from the ground up, maybe from social media, maybe just from the popularity gained through social media. There are positive effects throughout the world. These ripple effects change so much, And even now, I'm associated with one NGO known as Food Bag, which is doing mass amounts of work to get people food who just can't get it right now.
Very good. 7.5 at least for this one. Very good. This is how you should be speaking. Very good. Very good. Next question goes to Jay. Okay. Why do some individuals post highly negative comments about other people on social media?
Frankly speaking, it's because of jealousy. As people, as the haters of social medias, because there are so many haters on social medias, they are very jealous of this creator due to them thinking they gain popularity only because of luck. But that is, of course, not true. For example,
That's it.
my friend
Time
is
for example is up. Nothing left. Gas chamber has already blasted up. Okay. Ryan, why do some individuals post highly negative comments about other people on social media?
Social forums give you a platform to express any single one of your emotions, may it be a negative one or a positive one. Again, I've seen this in multiple YouTube videos. For the songs I love, there are n number of people who will just hate on it because they want to. Maybe for the likes, maybe for the comments. They just want to. That comes down to the fact that they're emulating their hate towards the song. Not because they really enjoy or hate the song, just because of the popularity they gain from it.
Okay, this answer gives a 7.5. There were some repetition of the words, otherwise, it could have been an 8. There was no filler, nothing at all. It was a good, plain English communication. Okay, Jay, your question. You're hovering around 7. Jay, you're hovering around 7. Get rid of your and please remember to share examples. Okay, you're doing well. Jay, question. Do you think that companies' main form of advertising will be social media only in the future?
frankly speaking, social media is only gonna grow in the future times. uh, Companies will start seeing social media as their potential. Uh, it has already started to take place in recent time. For example, Facebook and Twitter has been overwhelming social media, and big people like Elon Musk has also been investing in these platforms.
Okay, but I will still see. I'm a big fan of English. So the moment you start speaking, I hate given giving even 7. So you are hovering around 6.57 consistently. ये आऊ नहीं करना है यार ठीक है ना ठीक है it's very easy to use this even I do the same when I'm talking to the general people outside my classroom but in my classroom फिर English निकल आती है anyways okay Ryan do you think that the main form of advertisement will be social media in future.
Yes, this is the change. We are in the change right now. Think about it. We have been on social media for so long. A matter of fact being that the t-shirt I'm wearing right now, it is bought from Instagram ads. This is living proof of the fact that yes, this is the future.
Okay, very good, brilliant. Again, 7.5 at least for this one. Jay, are you getting what he's saying now? You both are
Yes,
brilliant.
very much so.
Yes, yes. Answers are perfect. So no fillers. No, 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 no. ये सब नहीं चाहिए. All right. Jay, next question. What would the world be or this universe be without the internet?
Frankly speaking, I cannot even imagine the world being without an internet. People from other countries wouldn't be able to communicate even through mails due to the large gap in distances. For example, one day this internet just went off and I was completely sad and I had nothing to do the entire day.
I'll keep it to 7 again. You repeated your words. Okay, Ryan, what do you think? What will happen to this universe if there is no internet?
Coming from a previous answer, this world will be a mess of wires, with people sad and lonely. Humans are sociable. Humans are sociable beings. We want connection. Internet provides us that connection. That is what we crave for. So we can't live without it.
Okay, somehow only up to seven.
I
Hmm.
messed up in the between part.
Yes,
My
yes, yes. There was some mess in between. That's fine. Any other answer for the same question if one of you wants to volunteer? What would happen to this world if there is no internet? I hope we are going to talk about the times when obviously my grandparents were there. And I've heard from my parents itself that yes, it was the best time. They enjoyed their physical communication more. I would like to experience the same. I wish it happens one day, but it looks hard. Understood.
yes, sir.
Okay, let me proceed to the next one. See, I'm going with parts of the speaking. I'm going with the parts. As per your preparation is concerned, Ryan, I will be sharing the link tonight and give you a homework so that you are having other sections also. Then we can discuss. Okay. All right. Okay. Jay, yours. What is the best age for children to start learning computer lessons?
Frankly speaking, nowadays parents put a very a lot of burden on children to start taking computer classes as they think computer is the future. And so I also believe so. For example, uh,
Okay,
I
Rehan.
didn't answer the question.
Okay,
I went
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात
wrong.
नहीं, practice हो जाएगा. Okay, Rehan. What is the best age for children to start learning computers?
The only fact that these past 2 years have taught us is that computers are the only way of survival in this coming future. So, in my opinion, children at the age of 4 or 5, maybe, whenever they start to understand things on a level they can apply it into the real world, that is the age they should be introduced to computers because it's an absolute necessity.
Okay, I'll give a 7 for this answer. Next question. Jay, your turn. Do you agree or disagree that computers will replace teachers one day?
I 100% agree. Computers will replace teacher in the upcoming future as the technology grows. So will AI and the advantages of AI. For example, nowadays people use assistants like Google Assistant or Siri to or even
Okay.
or even
Now we are
open an
having
app.
some internet issues now. We have we're not talking against the computers or the internet. So why it's playing games with us right now? Okay, maybe. Ryan, your turn, sir. Do you agree or disagree that computers will replace teachers one day?
Yes, I do believe that computers will be changing the near future. I repeated the question itself. Can I start again?
Yes, please.
So let me frame this better.
Okay. No score for the framed answers.
Yeah. May I start?
Okay.
Yeah. Teachers have lost the connect with students after the pandemic. all I've seen is YouTube videos popping up on my subscription feed telling me that yes, it's the time to start studying. The teachers don't give me that same notion anymore. YouTube makes studying fun, and that is the only issue at hand.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me give you the answer now. Do you agree or disagree that computers will replace teachers one day? For obvious reasons, I can say that internet or technology is the oxygen for us. However, without the real connect or emotions, which come only in the physical interaction with the teachers, I believe it's not going to happen. For instance, even after the COVID, the best companies in the world in the field of education have got their roots back to the offline centers. Okay, Jay, is it all right with the internet you have right now? Hello,
Yes, sir.
Jay?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
all right. Now is the last question for the speaking part third tonight. Jay, your turn. Oh, sorry. Ryan, your turn this time. Could you suggest some reasons why some people are deciding to reduce their usage of technology?
One of the many parts to this question would be stemming from the fact that the internet is so addictive. It draws your focus away from the actual point that you're trying to prove to the world. You have to prove your self-worth, but that can't be done when you're focused on something that doesn't get you that. Another reason being that people are sociable. They keep talking and talking and talking. They end up procrastinating. They end up wasting their time.
Yes, correct. Jay, your turn. Do you think some people would like to cut down their time on social media?
Yes, I do believe. So can you repeat the question?
Why do some people are willing to cut down on their time for social media?
One of the many reasons of cutting down time on social media is due to the phenomena called blue light emission. As technology and social media platforms is only available through screens, they emit a blue light which causes many problems like increase in number of power
Okay,
and uses of spectacles.
that is enough.